camera. What are you doing looking over there? Hi, chat. How we doing? Everyone in here. Hi there, Will. Welcome, Michael. Happy to see you, Head of Broccoli. Welcome, Kip. Welcome, JK. Happy to see you, Cosmic. They can see me here again. That's awesome. Thank you. Welcome back. There, I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. The Flavor Bible. Not sure that I recommended the Flavor Bible. We'll see with the stock. Stock's gonna take a while still. We have to cool this down, we have to break it down. The subs are a much smaller part of the overall plan for tonight, so I would say it's at least an hour and a half, but we're probably gonna push. We have a teasing stream tonight. I went out and got jabbed in both arms today. That way I'm all protected and stuff for TwitchCon. Alright, so let's make some coffee. I've got a couple of books like that. I don't remember if it's the Flavor Bible. No. I have pulled this one out on stream before, though. The Flavor Thesaurus. You mean, Mr. We're gonna make a TV series about you? Care more about your podcast than your contract? Yeah, I got my filters. I also got these. instead of beginning disc golf discs. Yeah, I was gonna say I am pretty well aware who Rodgers is, despite my lack of NFL knowledge. But then again, the only thing I really know about him being a football player is that he's a football player, not that he's necessarily worthy. I wouldn't count Super Bowl rings as the greatness of really any player. Just same thing with Stanley Cups and like there's plenty of great players that either played on teams that had no chance or got stuck into situations where it just wasn't going to work. It's almost, a lucky fluke that you get to a championship. I much rather look at their actual play stats. I say that as a Red Wings fan, so yeah. Arrgh. Wrong button. There we go. My thoughts on the Red Wings is that, almost made the playoffs. Almost made the top half. Red Wings were amazing 90s, 2000s. And then Ken Holland, who was the GM for all of that success, at the end just ran him into the ground at the sort of debut of the cap. And they haven't done much since until they got Eisman back from Florida. And he's been trying, but I haven't seen him doing the great success. He made some waves in Florida. He did pretty well as his job in Florida. And so I don't have giant hopes for the current Red Wings. I would love to see them be doing better. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Strong showing. Get in the stream. Cheers, everyone. In the 90s and early 2000s, the Red Wings were essentially like the Yankees of hockey. Like, they had all of the big money players. They were just spending. They were doing crazy things like sneaking Fedorov out of Russia. There's actually some good reads with that if you get into watching the Russian 5 and stuff like that. Like, there's some stories there of, like, you know, Cold War Russia and hockey. Alright, so we're going to add our herbs in with the stock now. To finish that up, he says looking for his herbs, which those are not the herbs I was looking for. I sort of view since 2008 on, and especially from when they got Hossa, those in the Discord noticing the emotes and the Hossa one, there's a reason. I was ecstatic when the Red Wings got Hossa, and then, like, it just sort of was a signal of, like, the end. Like, there was no one else Ken Holland was going to be bringing back in. There was, they were stuck in the system of trying to bring back star players who never really made it or didn't have a team and give them a chance with the Red Wings, sort of a thing. And because they were doing so well back then, JK. I'll admit it, at the point I started as a bandwagon fan. You hear the stories around the 90s championships and the car crash and good determination story for a kid. Take all of these stems and some of the leaves. Drop those in there. Dried thyme. So, parsley, bay leaf, dried thyme. Already threw peppercorns in there. Appreciate the biddies. Oops, we want to delete those there. By the way, you can see bread. Bread. I just stacked them and wrapped them all together. Nice buns. Yeah, maybe I should figure out some way I can see those on this. I only see the bits badges over on the official Twitch chats. Another reason to, ditch the bot.
or so? Oh, yeah. Like, bad by radio. Pull you out, too.
Buns, if you're lurking around on your computer, I think we need a poll for chat between Smoked Gouda and Havarte for subs. Nah, the gravy's gone. Well, mostly gone. It's in the sink. However, I am saving the creamy horseradish. Awesome. I thought about making fries or potatoes, or it's like, I just don't need that. There's just too much food in the house right now. If it's available. what's going on here. Have we broken? What's... making me worried what the pole's looking like. I don't see it at all. I have to like do special stuff to see it. What's this both? So we got our liquid for with our beef and our cheese. Ooh, Gouda taking the lead. I am going to give this stock a final stir here. Oh, yeah, I was gonna put the parsley in there too. With all your what balls? got that too. A little more horseradish in there. And a little mustard, but mostly as a hopeful emulsifier. And turning the heat off on our stock. JK evening the vote. I didn't see what it was just before either. Voting for chaos. Chaos. You mean like using both of them? But not necessarily all in the same sandwich. Though we may have one that's half and half here. I mean, we got 5 rolls. I don't know how much we're going to get out of this beef. But it's not going to be 5 rolls with like a single sliver of beef. Yeah. Fine, be that way. That was only 4 minutes ago. That soup would be chicken stock that now needs to get strained. Which means I need something to strain it into. Is it going to fit into... I don't think it's going to fit into you. Yeah, we're going to need the bigger one. For those curious if I've ever used a pressure cooker, behold my pressure cooker without the lid. Well, it doesn't have to be soup. You can use it all for all sorts of stuff. Use it to cook your rice. Use it to make your vinaigrettes healthier by cutting back the amount of oil you use in them, although I rarely do that myself. All sorts of sauces are based on it. It also used to have 2 handles, but rolling around in trailers, things break. Pressure cookers, if they're not designed right, which now we got computers that can say, you know, a pressure relief valve of this amount is gonna, you know, be safe. But, you know, go 50 years ago, they may have been able to do that, but were they? Probably back then, a lot of them were made by people in their own homes. Just, you know, here, let me just weld this into the top. It'll work. Try this, Grams. Or they do other things like throw a frozen turkey in hot oil. You mean I had to defrost it? I swear, Chad, I'm not spending all day cleaning this. But we'll be there soon. But it needed it. It still needs more. Okay, I'm going with that. Hi, chat. I'm a little sweaty now. That would have worked. There we go. So we got two strainers. We have a fine mesh, and then we have a more sturdier but larger hold. This one catches all the bones and nastiness, so you don't have to worry about it messing up the mesh. Sort of extends the life of both of them. And what are we going to use to scoop? I guess we can start with the big boy. .24 ounces in a ladle. Good color, especially for not having a whole bunch of onion skins in there making it brown. Which, by the way, Chet, how you cheat and make your stock look like it's nice and rich and brown. Just throw some onion peels in there. But we're getting all that color from all that roasting I did yesterday. It's all from that chicken. chicken feet that are now falling apart. Sure, you can, Addictive. I used to sell it hot by the cup. But at this point, you may see lots of meat and bones down here, but all that flavor is pretty much in the liquid. Like, this meat is pretty flavorless once you pull it out of this and put it into something else. Believe me, I have tried reusing it for other things. It's like, it's on the order of canned chicken versus fresh chicken. You know, like, you just can't. My bad. Yep, we got 3 minutes of ads every hour. Yeah, I need to sit down and, well, TwitchCon's gonna prevent me from doing this. Then I need to sit down with this other bot that I've been toying with and just go to town, make it actually start working, and so that I could start at least codepending, if not removing my dependence upon the current bot that I use. Waiting for chat to return. This, of course, being the other part to our rib roast from yesterday. So now that we've gotten all the easy liquid out of there with the big scoop, I'm going to switch to a little more dependable. But going back to previous question there, Addictive, I used to sell this, and I used to sell it in cup form. I used to also sell it packaged for people to take. I make it regularly every couple of months to have around my own house versus buying the pre-made stuff in boxes that's like, yeah. And I don't know if I want to use that or what else do I have? I can just use a regular ladle, I guess. I want to switch from using this one because it is considered fragile at this point because it is just spot welded and the metal is already cracked on 2 of those. This is not intended for heavy use in that sense. This is more intended as a, okay, I'm gonna pre-made Porsche suit cups. So we'll switch to go back to no, wrong one. Stove only. There we go. As I'm sure you can see, all that chicken is just basically together just because it originally was together and hasn't been disturbed. It's all fall apart. This has seen at least 7 hours of boiling, or not boiling, but a lazy bubble is the term I was taught. I did an 8-hour plus stream yesterday where I started this off, and I just sort of got tired and was like, okay, we're gonna wrap this up tomorrow. No, you want it even below simmer. Well, when you get a large pot of liquid, you can get it to the point where you get like a bubble every 2 to 2 seconds. Like, and they're usually pretty solid bubbles. And that's sort of ideal. You don't want to, when you're making stocks and liquids like this, especially if you care about keeping them not overly cloudy, you want to not disturb the contents as it boils, because what happens is the more you churn the liquid up, the more you take the fats that are there in the liquid, which I leave most of my fats in my stocks. A lot of people strain them out. I strain them so they don't hinder my boil, is about my limit. And so otherwise you have these fats that are there, and if it's boiling, it's taking those fats and emulsifying those fats into the liquid. And you don't, like, the stock isn't like I said, I leave fat with mine, but it's not really intended. What are we doing with all the non-stock parts? This is donezo. I was saying before, this has got like no retaining value or flavor to be put into anything else if you wanted to sort through that pile of bones. This is at best pig feed or compost. I've tried using, like I said, I've tried using this. I mean, I made stock for a living, and for a little bit, and yeah. Well, at the same time, addictive. This looks like a lot more. This is, if I remember correctly, roughly 6 carcasses. And what I also do besides making this is when I use chickens, I buy whole chickens and I cut them up and I keep the carcass, I keep the leg bones and all that good stuff. I don't typically eat the wings, but I'll throw the wings in the stock. I don't know why I'm turning around to face the camera right now to talk to you. I usually have myself on camera, and so like I'm addressing you like I'm talking to the camera. But if you do the price out on this, and you do things like I said, like you're buying whole chickens, which you get a lower price on your point on your chicken if you're using the bones, and then you use the bones to make stock, you can most certainly get competitive with the prices that they have in the store for broth. And it's so much better quality. And then I buy chicken feet to add to mine on top of the carcasses. But this meat is like it's edible. I'm sure pigs will love it, but the flavor from it is pretty much all in the liquid. It's very sort of dry and almost chocolatey. It's like the driest meat you ever had while being in a liquid. It's just given everything to the broth after that long of a cook. Set you on there. Just to sit for a moment, because we need to move you. Long time ago, yep. Long time ago. Pour what I can here without hitting the camera as much as possible. I'm hitting the camera anyways. Let's see if we can turn this way. Okay. It's mostly just uncomfortable. Well, at the point with that, it's just a big, uncomfortable, hot pot. Hi, Ready Patty. Welcome, welcome. So for anyone just joining in, that loveliness on stream there is our stock strainings, the leftovers, cooking our stock. Now see, another difference between me and the commercial guys is they're going to use some sort of machine to press the last little liquids out of this. A little, you know, almost a la duck press. If anyone's unfamiliar with the duck press. And then I'm not letting the last of that out because it's most likely oil. Didn't strain quickly. Okay, next steps here. Rinse my hands and wipe my face. I think we're going to let the stock sit for the moment. I think we're going to let all of the stock sit for a moment and chill out a little bit more, and we're going to turn around and work on sandwiches. Well, head of broccoli, usually I go straight to the freezer. It's not healthy for your refrigerator or your freezer to cool it down in the refrigerator or the freezer. But I break it down into 24-ounce bags and try to somewhat evenly distribute the fat, but generally it ends up, the fat will mostly, since I package it in plastic bags, which also work great for the freezer. Again, I'm addressing the camera for some reason. They're great in the freezer because they just, you know, fill whatever space you need to cram them into. But they're, the fat will stick to the plastic. And so it's almost like you can pour the broth out, and then if you want the fat, you can add it. Hi, chat. Well, a lot of people will skim fat. That was sort of what I was saying earlier, is a lot of people will skim fat throughout or to begin. Purely with chicken, I don't even really skim at all. And the larger animals, the larger cuts, pieces of meat animals, they have other stuff that you want to scoop off of your stock, so you definitely want to ladle those. Yes, this is bread that I baked on stream here yesterday. I roasted off this hunk of beef yesterday, too. Oh, most certainly. That was a little thick of a slice there. It's sort of funny, I used the slicer last night, and I'm not tonight. Well, that's why I record these things and why there's VODs, because I don't write them down. I just do. Oh, that looks like a good recipe. Let's give it a try. Dramatically alters it while streaming. Has no idea what he did before. That's a regular thing here. But if you're wondering what kind of meat this is that I'm hacking up here, is I'm breaking apart. This was originally essentially a hunk of prime rib. It's typically sold as a rib roast or a boneless rib roast, which this was. This is about a 3.5 pound rib roast, which I took a nice hunk off for dinner last night, and we're divvying up the rest of that here. So if you have if you have a rib roast, a bone-in rib roast is sort of like a crown rib roast, you know, but of beef. And then you get the pieces here, but I'm removing the nasty sort of like cartilage parts to the ribeye that you would skip normally, like that little blade of cartilage there. Do I want to take off the end here too, or use it to hold on to? We're going to hold on to it. Come on. Just wanted to get that last little beef off of it. These would be great in a stew. Take that little bit of fat with that big bit of fat. So you can even see remnants of the spice on the outside of it here. Compost. Like, I would say, you know, feed it to the dogs, but it's got onion products in it, and onion products are bad for dogs. I have no idea if it's good or bad for cats. So, like I said, either the pigs or the compost, because that meat, it looks like meat up there, up there. That looks like meaty veggie deliciousness, but that is some of the, like, all the flavor from that is in that. About the meat being tied. I didn't tie it up. I bought it from the butcher tied up. But that is common for a rib roast. Just to help keep, like, as you can see here, I've split this into several major meat groups, or muscles. And if you cook it, it doesn't always, but, you know, it can separate, and it can, you know, become unwieldy from what you want it to be. So So it just sort of helps keep it the same shape as it cooks. We have several here in Sonoma, but we're sort of farmland. I mean, we have cattle in the area. We have dairy people, a whole sorts of dairy and cattle people in Petaluma, all over. But yeah, you gotta find the good sources for meat. If you find a real butcher shop, you can also buy things like hanger steaks. And jerky. And primal cuts. But hanger steaks, basically, I don't think I've ever seen a hanger steak outside of a butcher shop. Like, I don't think I've ever seen one in a grocery store. They're also known as the butcher's steak. It's not good for presenting. It's not good for a restaurant. It's quite possibly the best steak in a cow. Like, it's incredibly tender. It's got great flavor. It's got great fat. It's just also got a line of sinew and connective going through the center of it. And so, you know, like, you're never going to put that on a plate and impress someone with it unless it's, you know, they're in the knowing, you know, you have to teach them it. Yeah, that's along that line. Yeah, that's the butcher's cut or the butcher's steak. I picked up 2 of them when I bought this. I said to Chad, it's a dangerous thing when I go to the butcher. I think we're lucky I didn't get out of there with ordering a quarter of beef. I don't want to live on a farm. I just don't want to live in the city either. I'm ditching all of that. How many sandwiches do you think that is, chat? 3? Give the stock a swirl back here, even though it's going to incorporate some of that fat. It's going to help cool it all down a bit. I mean, granted, I could turn that into 1. I think we're going to move this one off of here. I don't think we're actually going to use either of those. We got something else to make before we do the sandwiches, too. That requires the stove, though, here. I guess we got to do a little strainer cleaning. I was saying earlier I was thinking about doing potatoes, but I've just got too much food in the house right now. Nope. I used to run a small business. I have a mobile kitchen in a trailer that I used to take the farmers markets and make products directly from the farmers. But yeah, long story that I have told over and over again. Might want to refer to my 5th year anniversary message in my Discord. And I don't want to put that straight into the trash, so we're going to use you. Bad plan. Addictive, you're here, you're watching me on Twitch, so if you just scroll down, see the About Me section, there's all sorts of stuff about me down there. This, I'm gonna guess that's about 3.5 gallons. Yeah, I think we can do that now. I made enough room. I stream 4 nights a week. I certainly don't make a living off of streaming. I don't even break even on streaming. Bun's wishes. White vinegar. Over here. Apple cider vinegar, just a touch, just a touch. Uh-oh, hyper buns. Wow, is that mic picking up on me tonight? We're gonna do another cup of water. Bring that up to a boil. We're gonna add some garlic powder. Yellow mustard seed. Part of a star anise. Celery seed. Coriander seed. Ginger powder. Cayenne. Yes, there is, Froggy. I need to think of a dad joke about Twitch. Using that bowl. We'll see, that might not be enough vinegar to do the job here. I wish I had all of my toys I used to have. Again, I need to... Yeah, we need to deal with the bot. We don't have Forget About Me anymore. We don't have Burger King anymore. Or we don't have Forget About It anymore. We don't have Burger King anymore. We don't have so many old... We don't have Giggity anymore. We lost Thunderstruck to DMCA. Pickled onions. I guess I can answer that now, since I've basically finished making them, other than putting the veggies in the vinegar. These are going to be some quick pickle onions for on our sandwiches. Oh, pickled onions are delicious. Unless it's a first date. Though pickled onions are probably better than raw onions on a first date. I have gotten to the point where I'm pretty much solidly a turmeric, sweet pepper, onion, and cucumber pickle guy. No turmeric in with this. This isn't like when I'm talking like my pickles from me around the house. You can throw some jalapeno in there too if you like, but it's sort of, you got to be careful with that. You know, it can be potent in the brine. We'll let those cool down in the brine. Or rather, well, let the brine cool down while the veggies warm. We going back to stock now? How hot are we over here? We're still too warm, I think. Ooh. Oh, we can go with this. We need to set up over here. So we need scale without funny silicone mat on it. We need stock bags. Rubber bands are decaying and sticking to my old stock bags. Alright, so we got scale. Actually, we can do this over here even. Let me get this on the screen for chat. It's not far enough back. And I can't do it far enough back. Can we do it? Can Angle Cam do it for me? Okay, camera. Good to know I should back up things regularly. That sort of works. So, refilling my container. And we might as well go back to 24 ounce for that. Eligible for retirement. Bento, the hardest part to bread and butter pickles is most people typically don't have a ton of vinegar around to do them. And they typically don't have all the spices to do it. I would suggest going and buying a very small package of spices and a bottle of vinegar to do it yourself if you want to do it. Other than that, that is really, I mean, for what are known as refrigerator pickles where you're going to consume them rather quickly, like within a week or two, you can do it just this way. These are quick pickles. They aren't being sealed in or canned in a jar. They're not being preserved. They're just got a bunch of acid with them so they don't have anything else growing there. Essentially, you can do the exact same thing that I did here with sugar and cucumbers, and you'd have some decent pickles. I'd throw some onion in there still if you're throwing cucumber in there, but each their own. that was right anyways. So I think it was slightly over. Bread and butter pickles are a set of spices which you can buy the pickling spice by itself. And hot vinegar. Tear that. Let's make sure we aren't ridiculously off on this. A little bit over, but I'm gonna take it. Less than half an ounce. That's part of the reason that I got into doing all my walks first thing in the morning. This over here, this I should throw in the fridge. It's essentially mayo and horseradish, but homemade mayo. I don't know if it's so much mosquito, but something bites. Something like. almost over on that one. Wish I had a decent way to still sell it legally. My business isn't a legal entity anymore. That I used for food. I still buy it on occasion, but I'll make it too. We were talking about chat was talking about retirement earlier. I saw a post on Reddit recently about a 50-year employee of 7-Eleven, and the only thing they gave him was an email. Like, he started working for 7-Eleven when the current president was in high school. Thanks for your service. Yeah, I think the whole gold watch thing was maybe my grandfather's generational type thing, and I think it was already sort of a joke for my dad's generation. Now it's comical. Yeah, I think it's horrible to do a 50-year horrible employee. On the other hand, it can depend. It could be something that's very much out of misconstrued, because many businesses don't expect like their employees to stay with them nearly that long, and they will have rewards, but they'll have rewards intended for like to max out at like 20 years. And so it could be a thing where, you know, they already gave him some benefits and stuff in the past. I don't know. But if all he got was an email after 50 years, yeah, that's sort of pathetic. Well, that's a bank. I mean, banks I sort of think of sort of like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. You know, oh, their death is going to be profitable for us? Awesome! Can we do this with more of our employees? Ooh, we're getting to the point where I think I can ditch the ladle. Pending the handle doesn't break. Ditched the last drops in the pan there because they had a bunch of sediment still in it. Yeah. You want to talk about businesses mistreating humans? Around 2020-ish, with all the other health stuff going on, there was all sorts of things going on with mortuary homes, and there were so many that were found with just like bodies piled up. Like from years past, bodies just piled up. They built a new bank branch near me recently, and for like the first 2 months, like it was staffed with like 5 or 6 people constantly. And like I didn't see a single person go into there going past there, but had all sorts of employees. And now you go past there, and I don't think there's even like, I don't know if there's anyone that works in there anymore. Yeah, I am not a fan of driving in snow conditions. Last little bit, just adding the extra and the leftover bags. Visit Sonoma County catalog thingy. So now we're switching over to heat sealer. Let's see, what are you plugged into? Yeah, you don't matter right now. I need a label maker? Nah. Ooh, Pento, can you get me a mortgage? I promise I'll pay it back. I used to buy pre-cut labels, and I have a laser printer, or rather my business had a laser printer that I have now stolen. I think it's ES. It could be just apostrophe, since it ends in S. Yeah, I know. When you spell farmer's market with the apostrophe right, it never looks right either. last one. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 24-ounce bags. Why, thank you, Miss Sepsi. And we'll start stocking the freezer here. That's fine there. We're gonna put all of this up there and reclaim the base floor for our stock here. PJG Gaming. Thank you for that raid. Welcome in, everyone. Hello. I'm Chef JT. I am just wrapping up a batch of chicken stock that I started here on stream yesterday morning. What were we up to? Where were we all coming from, everybody? Thank you so much for that raid. Gonna have to give your channel a follow. I was not familiar with you before this. Besides the chicken stock, we've got some roast beef that I made yesterday, sliced up on the counter over here. That's gonna be going into the buns that we made yesterday for a sub or two. Ooh, meal prep. Meal prep. Great way to save money, folks. Awesome. So yeah, we're gonna completely overload my freezer here. Make my refrigerator very unhappy. It's alright, like I said. I'm not planning on moving out anytime soon, but my landlord's just gonna replace it when I move out, so. Enchiladas, sausage, and bacon for breakfast, hard-boiled eggs, oats. Sounds like you're set for breakfast for a while. The bread, I haven't done much with the bread. It's still just hanging out here. I shouldn't have unwrapped it is the honest answer. I should have left it in plastic. We got some quick pickle onions here that are gonna go for our subs. Grab some water. My glass is getting low. You alternatively could call the roast beef roast ribeye. It may take a second for the bot to catch up, but I'll drink now. Nice, Froggy. So let's start in on making a couple of subs here. I think I'm going to do 2. I changed my mind from 3 to 2. Come on. Let's see, we had a tie on the cheese, so I don't even know which one to start with. So I guess we'll start with the Gouda. We'll start with the Gouda stuff. It's just one of the ones where I want to remove the skin on it. No, we'll live with it. Like, I want the smoke flavor, don't get me wrong. But some of these, the rinds on them are, I wouldn't doubt them to be plastic. Since we had a tie vote, I think we should make one of each and have a heads up. Which one's better? I personally, I think Cavarte is gonna win out. I think we'll do horseradish next. This is my own mayo slash horseradish slash fresh parsley slash sauce. Quick pickled onions. Now for the other side, another one. Other side. Other sub. Have a great one, PJ. Thank you so much for the raid. If it's a newborn, best of luck with an actual full night's sleep. Hey, if only I had made my own cheese. I think I need a couple of photos of those. Little late on that alert there, bot. But I'll double cheers it. Mostly because I'm thirsty. But I think this is where we're going to leave it, folks. We got our stock bagged. I've got some delicious subs. I've got more bread and meat, and I could maybe make another half sub with the meat that I have left. And I have a few more onions on top of that. Give you the reverse view here too for the angle camera. A little bit different of a stream tonight, yeah. Sort of a continuation stream tonight. Yeah, I was having a little bit of network issue yesterday. I wasn't watching today, but it's not showing. I didn't have any drop frames from the network today. I was having network issues yesterday. It wasn't anything to do with my computer yesterday. Darn ISPs. Arrgh. I'm not sure on that one, dude. Let's see what we got here for a challenge here. I forgot to do that while I was still on the normal screen and didn't have the bot doing all sorts of stuff. Let's see here. We have hot dogs as our winner for Wednesday. And so for Wednesday's stream, I'll be back here 4:30 Pacific, my normal start time. I'm going to be making dinner and dessert, somehow using hot dogs as an ingredient in both. So I think I would have preferred avocado. But that should be fun. I welcome you coming to join me for that on Wednesday night. And then we got other fun stuff coming up here. I mean, I am taking a break here for TwitchCon, but we do have several streams between now and then. We've got fried chicken tenders with a wine reduction mac and cheese on Friday. Gonna be doing biscuits and sausage gravy on Sunday. And then I don't really have plans for the Monday. It's gonna be, I'm actually sort of half purposely not putting any plans in there because it's gonna be the last actual dinner stream before TwitchCon. The Wednesday, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing 50 cookies to take with me to TwitchCon. But that's not going to be like a dinner stream. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I enjoyed tonight. It was a little bit different from usual, but sometimes different's fun. Have a great night, everyone. I won't be live streaming TwitchCon between mobile streaming setups, which I don't have. I don't have multiple cellular carriers to do the multi-carrying thing. They require extra check-ins and stuff like that and permissions from Twitch. And actually they make it, it's pretty easy for partners and above to do mobile streaming, but affiliates and everyone else have to jump through a bunch of extra hoops in order to get through. So, anyways, no, I will not be live streaming Twitch. I will be doing photos, I will be doing live updates in the Discord. I will be hopefully meeting some of you lovely people there, but will not be streaming. Hope to see y'all back here on Wednesday for the Ingredient Challenge. Good night.